Hi, my name is Emily Hermant. I'm an interdisciplinary artist based in Vancouver, BC, on the unceded and ancestral territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. For several years now, I've been working with recycled telecommunications and data cables that I collect from local salvage yards, and then I repurpose them into drawings, paintings, and sculptures. These materials have held my interest for some time now because they really fit with the way that I think about textiles and textile making as early forms of technology or technological practice. I'm really fascinated with how these now defunct transmission materials can communicate when they no longer carry information the way that they were designed to. The works in the exhibition at Center 3 are from a body of work called Fragments from a Larger Whole, which is a series of textile-like samples that are made from stripped telecommunications wires. The patterns in the work are varied. Some are distinct textile structures, like in the piece Twill. Others are signals or waveform patterns, like signal 3 or peaks, essentially all different kinds of transmissions that have been interrupted in some way. In the case of another piece like Surge, there's a meandering line that's slowly moving upwards across the surface, then it dips, then it turns upwards again, almost like a graph. I started this series in 2019, and then I kept making them into 2020 in the early days of the pandemic when most of us had to work at home. And you can kind of see some of the ways that the patterns changed in those later pieces. In terms of process, I make the work by lining up the dashes that come on the individual wires side by side. And as I'm generating the pattern, glitches begin to emerge in the process that break any attempt at a cohesive or seamless pattern. And so I tend to follow that process and allow it to guide the generation of the pattern. So in that sense, it's not entirely predetermined. And that fits, again, with this interest of mine for some time now, how interruptions, glitches, moments of tension in communication can emerge. And that's true of much of my work. I really try to embrace those glitches, the miscolorations, the misalignments, etc., especially with these materials.